What was your hold it moment where you knew you would win? My boss fired me for stealing when his own son was the one taking money from the register. I had security footage proving it, but he deleted it before I could show anyone. I was devastated. I'd worked at that pizza place for 3 years, saving every tip for my mom's medical bills. She needed surgery for her heart condition, and I was the only one supporting her. His son Jake was a total screw-up who showed up high half the time and constantly messed up orders. But Daddy always protected him. The day I got fired started like any other. I came in for my afternoon shift, and Jake was already acting weird, avoiding eye contact and being jumpy. Around 3 p.m. I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, Jake was standing by the register looking nervous. When we closed that night, the register was $200 short. His dad, Mr. Person, immediately pointed at me and started yelling. He said he'd trusted me like family and I betrayed him. I tried explaining that Jake had been acting strange all day, but Peterson just got angrier. He pulled me into his office and showed me the security footage on his computer. But something was wrong. The timestamp jumped from 2:58 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. The exact time I was in the bathroom was mysteriously missing. Peterson claimed the system glitched, but I knew he deleted it. I begged him to check the backup files or call the security company, but he refused. He said I was fired, effective immediately, and he'd make sure no other restaurant in town would hire me. I left that night feeling completely hopeless. I went home and found my mom sitting at the kitchen table with all her medical bills spread out. She looked up with tears in her eyes and asked how work was. I couldn't bring myself to tell her I'd lost our only income. For 2 weeks, I applied everywhere, but Peterson had kept his word. Every manager I talked to had heard I was a thief. My mom's surgery was scheduled for next month, and we had no way to pay for it. Then I remembered something that made my heart race. When Peterson first bought the security system 6 months ago, he didn't understand technology at all. I was the one who helped the installer set everything up, including the cloud backup service that automatically saved everything online. Peterson probably didn't even know it existed. I still had the login information saved on my phone from when I helped troubleshoot issues. My hands were shaking as I typed in the website address. Everything was there. The missing footage showed Jake clearly taking bills from the register and stuffing them in his pocket while looking around nervously. But that wasn't all I found. There were weeks of recordings showing Jake smoking weed in the kitchen during his shifts. Even worse, I found footage of Peterson himself helping Jake hide expired ingredients from health inspectors. They would move old meat to the back freezer whenever inspection day came around. I watched them do it at least 5 times. I spent the whole night downloading everything and organizing it into folders. Then I made copies and started planning my next move. I wasn't just going to clear my name, I was going to make sure justice was served. The next morning, I walked into the health department with a USB drive full of evidence. The inspector's face went pale as she watched Peterson and Jake hiding spoiled food. She said they'd investigate immediately. Then I went to the local news station. The reporter was fascinated by the story of a corrupt restaurant owner framing an innocent employee. They said they'd run the story that evening if I agreed to an interview. The story hit the news that night and went viral locally. People were outraged that Peterson had been serving expired food while blaming honest workers for his son's crimes. The restaurant was flooded with angry phone calls. Within 48 hours, the health department shut down the restaurant for multiple violations. Jake was arrested for theft, and Peterson lost his business license permanently. The story made state news when they discovered he owed over $50,000 in unpaid wages. 3 months later, I used money from my settlement to start my own food truck. I hired 2 of Peterson's former employees who had also been treated badly. Business was amazing because everyone in town knew our story. Last week, Peterson showed up at my food truck looking desperate. He'd lost everything and needed a job. I handed him an application and told him we'd call if anything opened up. My mom got her surgery and recovered perfectly. Sometimes the best revenge is just living well and letting the truth speak for itself.